Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and I have some bad news for you today, some breaking news. According to a forum post by Kaivax in Shadowlands, the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur, the long boy, the 5 million gold auction house mount is being removed. This is fine.
No! Why? Ah!
I'm okay with it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not like I've been spending the last couple of months learning how to multi-box in order to do a Brutosaur a month giveaway or anything like that. That'd be silly. But honestly, I've never really been a huge fan of the Brutosaur. Like, it's not made for gold makers. We like to make more gold, not spend our gold. So it's not made for gold makers, and if you're not a gold maker, then you can't afford it. So, like, who's it for? But there is something about this news specifically that's just kind of weird, right? Over on the forums and in Twitter, people have been pretty upset by this. They're calling it a cash grab and saying Blizzard's just taking advantage of the fear of missing out. And whether that's true, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but one thing's for sure, like, this is weird. Here's the website Warcraft Mounts, and it shows us all of the mounts that have been retired over the years. We've got Ahead of the Curve, Challenge Mode, Brawlers Guild, and Arena mounts at the top. And these are all things that are like seasonal things. You know before the mounts even released that it's limited time only. Like, the season's gonna end. You only have one shot at this. After that, we've got promotion mounts, Scroll of Resurrection, Recruit a Friend, I'm going to lump in here too. These are all things that are kind of like outside of the game, like more BattleNet focused. They're promotions, so like something being a promotion just kind of implies that it's limited supply or limited time only to a certain extent. And then we have original epic mounts. These are all things that had their models improved later on. And down here we've got things where the dungeon or raid was improved later on, and or the quest in some cases was improved, and so the mount's no longer available. So the Brutosaur is kind of weird. There's nothing to compare it to. Every single mount that's ever been retired has either been part of a promotion or a seasonal event where we knew it was limited time before it was actually released, or the mount or the dungeon it was a part of was improved. And even though something like this would normally be explained if it was changed to raids or some other kind of end game, here, Kaivax didn't give us anything. Like all dinosaurs, the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur's days are numbered. I can confirm that when Shadowlands goes live, the vendors will cease selling it. Everything else is going to stay on the vendors, and you'll also be able to get it on the black market auction house. But there's no reason given, and I've read through some of the comments, and he doesn't follow up with any reason for it. So everyone's confused about this change. We haven't ever seen anything like it. We aren't getting an explanation from Blizzard. So people start assuming and people start speculating. And the main thing I keep hearing over and over is that, you know, greedy Blizz is taking advantage of our fear of missing out on things, and they're making us pay for it. And, you know, this is just a cash grab by a greedy corporation. I really don't think so. First of all, so you can pay real life money for WoW tokens, get the gold in game, and then buy the Brutosaur. And sure, like, while it costs $500 to $800 to buy that many WoW tokens, Blizz is actually only making about $100 off that. If you want to know more about that, here is my video that I did on the WoW token. So, like, if 1,000 people go out and spend $800 on the Brutosaur, Blizz makes enough to pay for, like, 2 people's salary. Activision Blizzard has 10,000 employees. If this is a cash grab, it's a pretty crappy one. Okay, so what I think is actually happening here is that Blizzard is trying to artificially manipulate the price of the WoW token that's been climbing up and up and up. I think they're trying to temporarily bring it down. And I'll explain. So there are 2 types of people who would buy the Brutosaur. Those who would buy it with gold and those who would buy it with cash. So the people who buy with gold, they spend 5 million gold on that, and they have less gold. I mean, this is pretty obvious, but like as a whole, the wealthier players out there will have less gold, which means that as a whole, the WoW population will have less gold to spend on WoW tokens to have a free monthly sub. You know, essentially, for every person who buys a WoW token, Blizzard's making $20 on their monthly sub. And so if fewer people are doing that, they're actually losing money. It's hard to be greedy if you're losing money. But for the people who are paying cash, they are... For every Brutosaur, they're buying 20 or 30 WoW tokens. So the supply of WoW tokens is going to spike. When supply increases and demand decreases, price goes down. And why would they want to make the price of the WoW token go down? Well, you've got a whole bunch of people playing Classic who would be more willing to keep playing Classic if they could play for free. The cheaper the WoW token is, the more incentivized people are to come over from Classic, play retail for a little bit, get back into the swing of professions, make enough gold to buy a WoW token for free, and then get back over to Classic. You know, retail will continue evolving, so Blizzard's goal with Classic is to get as many old-time players into retail as possible. So I think this is an incentive to help bring people over. There is another possible reason. WoW's traditionally had about a 4 to 12% per month inflation rate, and a lot of that inflation happens near the end of expansions. So maybe Blizzard's introducing this as a way for, you know, now that BFA is in its final year, people are going to start accruing large amounts of gold and prices are going to spike. There's going to be a lot of inequality. Maybe this is a way for Blizzard to say, like, hey, spend all your gold, and rather than having this big spike at the end, it'll kind of peter out. And I think that's all I have to say on this. If you think I left anything out, leave your comments down below. If you want to win your own Brutosaur, I'm giving away one each and every month, and now it's an extinction event. So make sure you subscribe. Go follow me on Twitch also. Go follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be including all of those in the giveaway. And if you want to not rely on giveaways and would rather earn your own, you actually only need to make about 20,000 gold a day in order to buy your own Brutosaur. If you want to know how to do that, I'll put videos all in the description. I've been working on my playlist, so go check those out. I've got like 400 videos. With 5 minutes a day, you can absolutely earn a Brutosaur before they go away. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, good luck, and happy gold making.
Okay.